So today is the long run day. It's the last day of the training week. I'm just going to run down along the trails behind Marimbula Beach to Pambula and then back. I've packed a bag because it's a little bit cold. Thought I'd pack some water because I might spend some time just scrambling along the rocks. You know, I'm in no hurry. I just want to get the mileage in. You know, I think it's okay when you're on a long run to just occasionally stop and enjoy the scenery. It's not just about training yourself like a robot. So a friend of mine called me up last night and told me that he wants to start running, and he just bought like one of them armbands so he can put his phone in it. That seemed to be the most important thing for him, to start running, which I find kind of hilarious, because all you need to do really to start running is just have 2 feet. But anyway, good on him. A little bit about my friend. He's basically been bedridden for years with pretty extreme depression. Spends a lot of his time, you know, just watching YouTube, doing whatever you do in bed. But my advice for him, because I mean, for one, I'm not one to give advice because I'm no expert. But I think the most important thing when you want to start running, well, firstly, just to go running, just to go out the door and start running. But secondly, just take it really easy. Just go outside and just jog around the block. Doesn't matter if you're going so slow that old ladies on Zimmer frames are kind of overtaking you. Just do that for 5 minutes. When you get home, I mean, you might be buggered after 5 minutes of slow jogging. If you've been deconditioning your body for years by lying down all the time and not doing any exercise, that 5 minutes might be like the equivalent of running a half marathon for someone who's been running for years. So I just said to him, go out there and do it, and make sure when you get to the end of that jog, when you get home, you congratulate yourself. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're really unfit, because you might, the problem is you might start jogging and realize how unfit you are and not want to do it anymore. So it's really important to reward yourself, give yourself a pat on the back, make yourself a cup of tea or have a beer or do whatever it is you do. Sit there and just go, yeah, this is the new me now. Get out there and do it again the next day and the next day. Don't even think about trying to go harder or further, because once you turn this into a habit, you'll start doing that anyway. You don't even have to try that hard. The hardest step is literally just stepping out the door. So once you've built up for a few months of doing those slow jogs, then you can start thinking about, if you wanted to get fitter and more into running, then you can start thinking about actual training methods and how to build mileage and speed workouts and all that kind of stuff. But don't even think about that at the beginning. The most important thing is just to get out there and start jogging. American Army, they call this the flyboy shuffle, where you just jog along so slowly it's like you could just jog forever. When you're starting out with jogging, you just do it every day, and it doesn't matter, as I said, if you only do it for 5 minutes, because you are a runner now. It's not something you do, it's an identity, it's what you are. And in 5 years time, you will still be a runner, and in 10 years time you will still be a runner. And what you'll find is it will almost seem effortless. You will get better at it. In a year's time you'll be running half an hour every day. you'll be able to run 2 hours without stopping. You'll just naturally get better because you're consistently doing something, training your body, training your cardiovascular system, training your mind. And what you'll also find is, without even consciously working on it, other parts of your life will get better. Maybe not completely better, it's not a magic button, but if you're depressed, your depression will start to seem less oppressive. You'll burn off the anxiety if you have anxiety attacks, which I've had since I was 15 years old. And I still get them, I still get anxiety and I still get depressed, but jogging is a really good way of treating it without using alcohol or other drugs, smoking cigarettes, which are things that I still do. You don't make excuses for why you can't do it. You don't beat yourself up about it either. You just get out the door. Some days you might only run 5 minutes, other days you just want to run for 4 hours. That's the magic of running. And it's the magic of adaptations, slow adaptations that happened in your mind, in your brain, in your neural networks, and in your body, your cardiovascular system, in your arteries, in your nerve endings. It's a religion, and you have to blindly follow it with faith. Run, my children, just run! Woo-hoo! Bounding down the trail. Anyway, I know I'm talking a lot of shit, but I guess it is something I'm passionate about. More so than music, more so than sex, more so than anything really. I know it's very selfish. Who cares?